I'm the Hooded Lid, and welcome to my channel. Today I thought we'd talk about skincare. I have a lot to say about skincare, and I haven't really done any videos aside from my Sephora sale recommendations. So I hope to get into it a little bit with you because I have some things to say, and my skin is different than other women my age and, other women younger. I just thought I could offer my point of view for people who might be similar to me. So, I'm really old. Let's get that out. But I'm so uncomfortable saying my age. I'm sorry. That's just the way it is. My skin, I would call not dry. It leans towards dehydrated if I don't take care of it, if I don't drink enough water, if it's very dry outside. And it's not producing the same amount of ceramides and collagen and elastin and hyaluronic acid, and oils, all the good things that keep our skin plump and youthful. My skin isn't producing as much anymore. That's what happens when you get older. Your skin's like, yeah, I'm tired. I've been working for more than 50 years and taking a break. But I'll give you a teeny bit of backstory because I don't want this to be too long. Most of my life I took care of my skin in the morning. I put on some moisturizer, I put on some eye cream, and I call it a day. I didn't use sunscreen every day, and I really didn't have a night program. Once in a while I'd say, oh, I should get a night program going, and I'd get it going, and it would last for a week. It was only about 6 years ago that I really started to learn about skincare and put together a morning program and an evening program. But when I first started doing exploring and going to certain stores and talking to SAs, one of the first things I was told was you should be exfoliating. Now I had heard from an SA somewhere else that you can exfoliate your skin too frequently and it will become lazy because your skin actually has the ability to exfoliate on its own. It's like tree bark. You don't see anybody going, I need to help the tree exfoliate. The tree knows how to do it, as does your skin. But as you get older, that does slow down. And of course there are people who are younger who just have lazy skin. It needs a little help. So I was always kind of anti-exfoliation. And I've gotten into it in the past maybe year and a half because I started to see a real benefit for it. And I'm not going in too hard. There are two kinds of exfoliation. There's mechanical exfoliation and acids. Acids come in AAH and BAH. AAHs comprise of, well, there's probably about 6 or 7. There's mandelic and tantallic and glycolic and lactic, which are the stars. Glycolic is derived from sugar and lactic is derived from milk. Lactic acid is a larger molecule than glycolic acid, and therefore it doesn't reach as deep into the skin. Many people are sensitive to glycolic acid because it's smaller and because it goes deeper, and they find lactic is a lot easier for them to use. Even though glycolic is a smaller molecule, it doesn't mean that you can't handle it. I personally can handle glycolic easier than lactic. I'm not sure why, and it honestly doesn't matter. It just matters that I'm aware of it and not overdoing it with lactic acids. So let's start with the order in which we do things. So cleansing. In cleansing, DERMALOGICA Skin Resurfacing Cleanser is a lactic acid-based cleanser. It is milky and it smells delicious, as do all the products at least in the Age Smart category. It leaves my skin feeling hydrated and a little bit lighter. Because I'm sensitive, I don't use this very often. I might use it, less than once a month, but I'm glad I have it. Don't use a lot, not even a full pump. A little into the palm, then I put some water droplets in there and work it into my skin. And I usually rinse it off right away, but if I want a little bit more, I'll work it into my skin or just leave it on my skin for about a minute and then rinse it off. It's really a beautiful cleanser. It's a nice way to ease into acids, and I can't say anything bad about it. It smells good, it does the job, it's great. What it won't do is remove your makeup. So this is something to use in the morning when you're just taking off your sweat and your old skin and what other products you put on before you went to bed. Or it's your second cleanse at the end of the day. Don't use this to take off your makeup. Continuing in the cleansing arena, these are muslin cloths by Yves L'Homme. You could probably get something like this online on Amazon, but I can't speak for them. I can speak for these. I think they're about $25. There's 3 in a pack. I've had it for more than a year, and I still have 2 in these pack. These kind of look like big handkerchiefs, if you remember what those are. They're double-ply muslin cloth, and I use them for my second cleanse in the evening or my morning cleanse. I use it with a cleanser. I use it with the CeraVe Hydrating Cleanser, which is non-foamy and it's very gentle. I would recommend that whatever you use, it's non-foaming and it's not an oil. You don't want those to get into the fibers of this. It's nearly impossible to really take it out even after washing, so that's my recommendation. As for how often I use this, I use it when I think I need it. There's no arbitrary Monday, Wednesday, Friday for anything when it comes to exfoliation. I'll look in my magnifying mirror, or I'll just see what my skin feels like to the touch and think, I think I need something today, and that's when I go in. I can use it 3 times a week, or I can go 2 weeks without using it at all. It just depends on what's going on. And I really recommend that everybody takes a more intuitive look at how they're exfoliating and really watch their skin and touch their skin and get an idea of what they really need. Don't just assume you need to do an acid every day or you need to do this every day. After you cleanse, of course, you go into your toners. Now, I haven't tried the glycolic from Ordinary, but I really want to, since I have a better tolerance for glycolic than I do for lactic. The one I do have doesn't have glycolic in it, but it's a really good price. It's $35. It's Tarte Knockout, and there's a lot of product in here. The preservative in here is vinegar, so it doesn't smell too nice. That's not a problem for me. I don't care. I don't use this very often, at most once a week, but I can go a month without using it. I very rarely use it 2 days in a row. On the occasions that I had, I really had to pull everything back afterwards. That's how sensitive I am to the ingredients in here. Your mileage may vary. In this is, the second ingredient in this is niacinamide, which is so good for your skin, and which is why I keep on coming back to it, because I know the benefits are here. But this also has salicylic acid, which is something I don't need. Salicylic is it's a beta hydroxy acid, and it's better for people who have congested skin, people who have blackheads, acneic skin. This chemical actually goes into the pores and pushes out the old skin, the debris, the oils, so you appear not to have blackheads anymore, and therefore your pores will appear smaller if that is an issue that you have. I don't have that issue, so I can't really speak to it. In fact, one of the reasons I don't want to talk about the BHAs is because I don't have that experience to share with you, and I'm not a dermatologist and I'm not an esthetician. So the BHAs are something I can't speak to with any authority at all. I can just tell you what it's supposed to be for. Okay, moving on. There's also lactic in here. So no glycolic, it's lactic, salicylic, and niacinamide. They're all good things. And I've heard people on YouTube compare this to the, I think it's called BABYFACIAL, which is easily 3 or 4 times the price, and you can only get it at a couple of places in the United States. And if it's true, then why not spend, a lot less money to get the same thing done? I think it's a good product, and it's worth looking into. Another product in this place would be the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta Peels, or Daily Peels, or something like that. They come in a regular and extra strength. I've used both, and I don't really notice a big difference. This one has everything. This has glycolic, salicylic, mandelic, lactic, and citric acids in it. It's pretty much packed house. It comes in 2 pads, an A and a B. I don't think it's for alpha and beta. I think this is where most of the acids are, and this is where you neutralize it. That's my guess. So you open it up, You unfold it, work it into your skin. I work it also in my neck and my chest. Wait 2 minutes, open up the other one, and do the same thing, and you're good to go. You're not supposed to use any products with alcohol after this, and I don't think you should be using any products with alcohol in it anyway, so that shouldn't be a problem. But just in case you do, that's something for you to know. And you can use it morning or evening depending on your tolerance. I prefer to use this at night. This is a product that I don't use very often. I might go for 3 or 4 weeks using it once a week, and then I might not use it for 3 or 4 more weeks. So the package lasts me for a long time. And again, I'm listening to my skin. I'm not saying arbitrarily, I'm going to do this on a Wednesday. I'm taking a look at what's going on, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe I need to get into this. That's how I use these. I really like them, and I would start with the regular if you're just working an acid into your skin program. Now back to mechanicals. Back when I was a kid, the only mechanical, well, that's another word for scrubs in this case, was the St. Ives apricot. If you look under a microscope, they're jagged, and when you scrub those into your face, and when you work those into your face, you are causing mini micro tears all over your face, which destroys your barrier. Your barrier is so important to your skin health. I don't care how old you are or what kind of skin you have or what your skin condition is. Your barrier keeps all the good stuff in your skin, and it inhibits all the bad stuff, aggressors, pollution, dirt, from coming in. If you have a compromised barrier, you become, your pH becomes unbalanced, and havoc can wreak all over your face, whether you are acneic, whether you're regular, whether you're oily, whether you're dry. You want to have a healthy skin barrier, and you want to have a balanced pH. That should be your goal. And then from there, all good things grow. You know, I think of it as, if you garden at all, your soil, you need to have amendments in there. You need to have, you know, maybe some mushroom compost, maybe some manure, aged manure compost, maybe throw some potassium in there. You figure out what kind of soil you have and how you need to amend it. If you have clay, you want to put sand in there. If you have sandy, you need to put more loamy things in there. But the idea is, from a beautiful, well-cultivated soil, anything can do well. Your barrier is kind of the same thing. If you have a compromised barrier, that should be your first goal to take care of, in my point of view. All right, exfoliating with scrubs. This is RODIN and this is TATCHA. They both do the same thing. They both are designed to kind of disintegrate after you get water in there. So take this off, put it in your palm, drop a few drops of water, and it starts to emulsify or dissipate or disintegrate right away, but not too right away. Rub it into your face, and as you rub it into your face, the granules absolutely dissipate. So you're getting a little bit of scrub, but not too much. And the TATCHA works in the same manner. I think the RODIN is probably a little bit softer. So if you have sensitive skin, I might do that. The TATCHA has rice bran in it, which can also be brightening. And another way to use the TATCHA is, of course, with a TATCHA oil. So I'll put that in the palm of the hand, and then I'll pour a little of this in. Same thing. Rub it in, it totally dissipates and disappears. Rinse off your face. And if you need that satisfaction of a scrub on your face, these are the two that will help you without hurting your barrier. Now finally, I want to talk about masks. There are several on the market, and I have tried several. And I have tried one leave-on serum, I guess would be what you call it. I don't like these products. I think they can be incredibly dangerous, and I did get burnt not once but twice from 2 different products, and it just kind of peeled off my skin, and I had pixel laser to try to even that up, and it didn't. It's been years, and I think it's finally starting to even out. That's why acids can be so dangerous. I'm not just saying it because I'm being cautious. I'm saying this because I've experienced it, and I've never had skin problems like that where part of my face is kind of peeled off. It's just, it's just, I don't know, embarrassing. It's kind of mortifying. The one that I come to like and trust and don't find to be dangerous is the TLC SUKARI Babyface Facial. I think it's Babyface Facial. Baby Facial. This is a beautiful, beautiful product. You can wear it from 10 to 20 minutes. If you're new to acids, do 10. Do 5 the first time. No one says you have to leave it on for 20 minutes. And don't assume leaving it on longer is going to be better. It could be mortifying. Take it from me. Let me tell you a little bit about this one. TLC stands for tartaric and lactic and citric, I believe, but there's also glycolic in here. It's interesting because I remember looking it up thinking, oh, there's no glycolic, that's so odd. But I just looked it up again and it does say that it does. So this does have the AAHs in it, it doesn't have the BHAs in it, and I am not sensitive to this. I might feel a teeny bit of tingling. I wore it last night actually. This is the product I was talking about when I noticed I was flaking right around here from my retinol product. I went ahead and put this on and everything's smooth sailing. And I think that's going to wrap it up. Yay! So there you go. That's an introduction into acids, a couple of different directions you can go at a couple of different steps in your skincare routine. I hope that it was a little bit helpful for you. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm not an expert, but I might be able to put you in the right direction. And if you have products that you really like that I haven't mentioned, which I'm sure you do, let me know because I'm always interested in testing out new skincare products. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. I hope it was helpful to you and I hope you come back again. In the meantime, I'm wishing you a great day.